Summer has officially arrived, and as have the summer handbag launches. So I have decided to create some categories that you may face on your summer jaunts, wherever they may be, and give you a couple of examples that I think are really, really great options, and a few that I think are maybe worth skipping. So those categories are, I came up with these myself, thank you so much. Wicker Wonders, Wedding Guest Plus One, Beach Besties, Dramatic Dinner, A Mischievous Moment, and the wild cards. Link's going to be below in the shopping button on the screen. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here. So head on there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. I also have a Substack, that'll be linked below, and hype me up if you have that available to you. Let's kick it off with the Wicker Wonders. When I saw this bag, I just thought that it was a fantastic combination of materials. This is the Poochie, what are they calling it? I think it's the picnic bag or something like that. Poochie, we really don't associate with bags, but they do have a couple of, they don't have a lot of bags, but they do have a couple of good ones. This being fantastic. This might be my favourite, quote unquote, like summer-centric bag. They do have a couple of different colour combinations. I personally love the orange, red and black one. It is essentially a silk twill kind of scarf, knotted at the top, and then you have this bamboo wicker basket base. Little dangling logos of the fish, of Poochie, dribbling down there. It's great. I also think that when it comes to wicker bags, they tend to be more structured, like our next example. But this one is one that you can weasel up onto the shoulder. She feels a little bit more casual, but also feels very summery, something that you can pull out year after year. And that's the point of these bags as well. These are ones that you should be able to pull out year after year, that you should be able to enjoy. Some of them also are across seasons, so you can bring them out throughout the year as well. The Bulgari Serpenti wicker top handle. Bulgari has, it's a tight selection of bags, but they're really, really great. The quality is there, the materials. You're always going to get, like, you know, malachite and onyx and mother of pearl in with 24 karat gold plated hardware. If you want those sorts of pieces, then Bulgari is the way to go. These are exquisitely made, beautiful bags, and they have this one that it just looks like the most perfect little picnic basket you ever did see. Top handle, it has a crossbody strap as well. The way it sort of like opens out like a flower to house your things. This has white leather. I believe that is the only version currently available. And I mean, it's like if you love something like the Kelly Picnic or something like that, this is a really, really fabulous piece that is guaranteed to get you compliments and is something that you can just bring out every summer, get the girls' mouths salivating. The one that I would probably say to skip is the Prada wicker basket. It's like a bucket bag situation. It's almost like Prada's take on the Poochie one, where you have a wicker base with a canvas bucket bag. I'm not saying it's a bad bag, it's a nice looking bag, but I think if this style is something that you want, then the Poochie one is so much more fun. It feels so much more summery. It's also a third of the price. That is not to be discounted. And I just think it's executed so much better. The Wedding Guest Plus One. We've got a lot here. Why? Because this is what I am currently thinking about, because I've got three weddings. I've got 3 weddings between August and October. Now, when it comes to a wedding guest accompanier, there are lots of different ways that you can do this. You know, you can go TBE, you can have something really structured and like clutchy, you can have something that's more of like a small top handle situation. Now, I personally, on the more affordable side, I've got to include her. I know that I've mentioned this bag so many times recently. I'm kind of in love with her. She's fantastic and I'm so impressed. And they now do this in embossed python, ostrich. There is a raffia version for something very summery. And then, of course, you have the cheetah pony hair. These are just so fun, easy. Works for, like, you know, they can also like bend like that in the middle. You know, maybe not the pony hair one is less slouchy than the others. But anyway, I think that this is a fun little sort of wedding guest piece. The other one, kind of similar, is the Savette Symmetry Pouch. I've spoken about this bag before and how great I think it is. They are dropping this in the most perfect green. It's such an excellent green. And again, this is something that would work, especially if you want to bring more things with you. This fits in more things than you would think for like an event, wedding guest, that kind of sort of situation. It's chic, it goes with everything, it's easy. Now, again, I'm sorry I had to bring up another Bulgari. This is the Bulgari, I'm going to call it the heart bag. Its official name is the Bulgari Serpenti Cuoricino top handle. It looks like a heart. So you have one half of the bag that is this puffy, beautiful, sumptuous leather, and the other half that is created out of the most fabulous, beautiful, snaky little top handle. I just love this. I think that this is such a fun event bag in the mini size. They do a slightly bigger size. Both of these do have crossbodies, both sizes, but I just think that is so unexpected and really, really fabulous. And again, you could wear this during the day as a crossbody situation as well. So she's not just a sort of eventy kind of piece. Comes in a load of colours. Of course, my favourite is the turquoise. It's beautiful. It's delicious. And I was like, oh no, I'm fine for bags for the weddings I'm attending. And then I thought of that and I was like, oh, maybe not. The other one, a little bit of a rogue one here, is the Valentino V logo resin clutch. I really enjoy the shape of this because it's long, but it has this sort of pinched dip where you hold it that I just think is so elegant, and that paired with the logo in the crystals with all this sort of business happening next to it, I just think it's so badass. It manages to be edgy and elegant at the same time, and I've not seen anything like it. I think it's great. I would say something to skip, although very popular, are the Saint Laurent satin clutches, right? Anything that is entirely satin, I would steer you away from for something, especially, listen, if you've got a satin clutch, you want to wear it at an event or to something night out. There's people, there's drinks, there's food, there's celebration, okay? Satin doesn't do well in non-controlled situations, and I would say a wedding or a celebration or, you know, some sort of evening do of sorts is not a controlled situation. So you are going to either be worried about, you know, you put it on a surface, maybe there's stuff on the surface, maybe there's water or a drink that was spilled or blah, blah, all of this business. I just think that they are far too high maintenance. They look great, but they do tend to be really high maintenance. And if you're not somebody that's going to really baby it, then this is not going to look like that in 6 months' time. Beach besties. I'm going to start this off with the Missoni clutch. Bit rogue a clutch to the beach. First of all, Missoni and Pucci, patron saints of the summer when it comes to fashion. So you can't go wrong. But they do this pouch that is very reminiscent of the Bottega Intrecciato pouch with chain. It does come with a small chain, so you can put it on the shoulder. Sometimes you don't want to take much with you to the beach. Sometimes you're just like, I just need my phone and a sunscreen, and, you know, the towel is already there or whatever it might be, you know. Sometimes you're gallivanting around wherever you are that you've gone on holiday or whatever, and you're like, you know, I might want to go beach and then go for lunch. Guess what? This bag works for both. Day to night also works. This comes in a small and a large size. Like I said, it does also come with the chain strap, so you can do a hands-free moment. But I thought that it was a really cool, easy, summery vibe. The next one is the Dior Riviera blooming bag. I know that this is popular anyway, and rightfully so. When it comes to a sort of raffia, easy, run-of-the-mill beach tote, run-of-the-mill sounds like a put-down. I don't mean it like that. I mean in like, this is the sort of shape that you would assume you would take to the beach, right? Shoulder bag style. This comes in a tan leather or the baby pink sort of, and I like the fact that it is the base of it and then also the top handles. You have the Dior medallion embroidered in there with this raffia effect sort of fabric. It's great, it's very girly, it's fun. It's been a while since I've seen Dior come out with a beach bag that just works. You know, usually you see like the book tote where it's not meant to be a beach bag, but it does sort of work as it. So I think that that's a good one. I know that that's been doing particularly well, so I had to include that. When it comes to skipping, It's a popular one, so don't come for me. My mum has it, okay? So listen, the Loewe, what are they called? You know, this little straw, the little Loewe, what are they called? The little Loewe beach bag, basket bags, there we go. I think that these did particularly well at a time when A, their price was really reasonable. These used to be like 300, 400 pounds, I will say. And there wasn't much competition. Now I think there is lots of competition in this sort of realm and category, and there are lots of really fun, easy options for the beach. This is no longer just the one to get. So there we go. If you've already got one, great, use it, you know, enjoy it. But I would say if you're thinking about it, there's other ones, you know. Jacquemus does some good ones too. A dramatic dinner moment. Back to Valentino. I really like I called it the divan bag, and then I remembered that this is not a French bag. So I think it's the divan bag. Whatever this bag is called, this is a really simple silhouette shoulder bag. But what I think they're doing brilliantly with this bag is all of the variations that you can get this in. Yes, you can get this in a plain leather, but you could also get this embroidered to the cows come home, full of sequins, beading, embroidery that looks like, you know, a sofa that your grandma would buy, so on and so forth. And I just think that that adds so much. Like I said, this is an easy shoulder bag. It's easy to style, it's easy to wear. You can imagine yourself putting this on your shoulder for a dinner. But the variations of it really can tell a story and do something interesting. So I really like those as an option. I think they're great. The other one is this very specific Rabanne chainmail bag that's currently on sale, ring-a-ding-ding. When it comes to Rabanne, we know it's the chainmail bag. This is what they popularised / using chainmail in general, their dresses and whatnot. But this one, already, it's metal, it's interesting. Then you have the dripping, massive crystals. Yes, please. Okay, we have got a wind chime of fabulousness as you strut yourself into the dinner venue. The way that that's going to catch the light, it's fabulous for a night out. You know, maybe you're going from dinner and you're not going straight home. All right, this is going to be perfect for that. But also just generally for an event or something, it's such a statement-y, interesting piece. It's a showstopper. I want to move us into mischievous moments. Okay, these are cheeky little moments. Starting off with the anniversary Loewe bags. They are doing puzzle bags, the Amazona 180 bag, the Cala mini bag, which is more of like just like an easy little sort of shoulder moment. They have basically incorporated a tiny cartoon lion, because Loewe means lion in German, apparently. I don't make the rules. All I know is that he's cute. He's very cute, he's fun. If you get the Amazona 180 versions, then just before the top handle, you'll see his tiny ears. What? It's really, really cute. And you know he's up to no good in the best way. That's a fun little like limited edition piece, but these pieces are also very wearable. Like I said, the puzzle, the Amazona 180, all of the styles that this comes in are really easy pieces to integrate into your wardrobe. They just happen to have something fun going on. I had to include the Louis Vuitton It Can. Come on. If you want to talk about mischievous, you want to talk about cheeky, are you carrying a Louis Vuitton can? Crossbody? Yes, I am. And what about it? It's fun. It's gonna, listen, you're gonna crack a smile. Don't buy this if you don't want people talking to you, because people will inevitably talk to you. So that's the only caveat to that. But aside from that, why not? It's strange, but cool. And again, what a collector's piece to have. I would say in terms of skipping, the Chloé Minaudiers. Chloé has a swan. Specifically, I think the swan's going to do well because Dua Lipa just carried the swan at some sort of wedding adjacent event she had, right? So I'm sure that's fine. But I still, for the price that Chloé is charging for these bags, that is not a price I associate with the brand. If I'm spending 5k on a Minaudier, it's not going to be from Chloé, do you know? And the funny thing is that they do other sort of quirky, interesting, creative bags. The toucan bracelet bag that's also on sale on some places, I'll have it linked. That also has such like a fun, cheeky twist to it, but it's not £5 grand. And also, I don't even like the way that they're executed. I don't think the swan looks that good. You know, go to Jonathan Anderson and get yourself a pigeon. Let's talk about the wild cards, okay? These are just a menagerie of bags that I couldn't fit into a category, but I think are also really great summer pieces. Alaya has dropped the Latecal that's PVC coated. If you're looking for a splash-proof moment, if you're looking to stunt by the pool, this is the bag. It has a floral interior. They're doing it in white with yellow florals and black with bluish sort of florals, and it's completely coated in PVC. So you don't need to worry about stains, rips, sticky little fingers, all of that. You are sorted. In terms of mesh, because you know I love a mesh moment, this Ferragamo hug bag that is laser cut. So it's all leather, you've got that laser cutting, and then the interior has a drawstring pouch. So you don't need to be worried about the transparency of a mesh bag or people seeing too much, or you're worried about your items or things even falling out, to be honest with you. Then you have this mesh, then you have this drawstring interior that actually, I think the combination of the fabric interior with that laser cut outside, again, is a really nice contrast of textures. They do this hug bag in a couple of sizes and in a blue and a black, but I think that this was executed really, really well. I have a high glam option for you as well. I love this. I just think that this is so glamorous and sort of old Hollywood. This is the Vivienne Davis, I'm just going to call it the clutch. It has a gold internal structure, and then the sort of outside of the bag is in a leopard chenille. Again, you've got that contrasting textures. It's high shine, it's glamorous, it's wanting the attention, but it's also a silhouette that you can use time and time and time again. So I just want to throw that in there. And finally, the Fendi Baby B bag. If you want a fun little summer moment that you could sling on your shoulder in a city, or yep, obviously it would work for a holiday or whatnot. It's just a summer bag to bring out every time, but you don't need it to have much space. Then I think this is so fun. It just has a skirt of straw, dipped in a colour there. You can have mint, orange, and there is another colour. Could it be green? I can't remember the third colour. Either way, get the one dipped in colours because they're fun. And I just think that that's, again, easy. It's light. It's easy to pack. All of the things that you would want from an easy summer bag to throw into your luggage, this is delivering. You could dress this up for the evening. You could sling it on your shoulder to clip-clop around town and buy yourself some souvenirs that you'll never use again. So there we go. Let me know which of these was your favourite, and I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.